Hey, my beautiful bitches, it's me, Fiona St. James, and welcome to another episode of Fiona's Coffee Talks. And as always, I like to start off every day or afternoon or evening with a fresh, hot, black cup of coffee. Hold the cream! I'd love to. And of course, every day that I have my coffee, I think of my favorite quote of the century, which says, "Life is too important to be taken seriously," by good old Oscar Wilde. So, speaking of life, today's episode is our current life situation, which is unfortunately dealing with COVID-19 and the second wave. It is about 8:30 p.m. on Thursday, November 19th, and I'm in New York City, as you all know. Excuse me, and the second wave is like happening as we speak, and it's just a little scary because that when I think of the spring and when this first happened and everything shut down and there was so many deaths, and then all of us, months and months and months go by and suddenly things have been so under control. But I think unfortunately some states open prematurely. And then, even New York, we're doing well and we have it so under control. And a lot of states did, but now that I think people have just become a little complacent. And I think, apart from the fact that we all know from history, like of the Spanish flu, and the experts have said from the get-go that the second wave was inevitable. It wasn't a matter of if, but when, and we knew it would be sometime in the fall. And now that the weather is getting even colder, it's going to get worse. And the numbers are already are skyrocketing up. And it's scary. It's upsetting. It's so many different emotions that I don't even know what to think anymore. I'm doing my part. And I think if everyone would, then I think it would be, we would get it under control a lot faster. But, the unfortunate reality is that there's a lot of people who still don't even believe that it exists. Like, I was talking to a friend of mine, Mike. Hey, Cheesecake Mike. And he lives in Jersey, and he was like, I don't know if it was on the news or something that he was seeing, and there were like some people that were like actually in the hospital, like, on respirators or ventilators, I should say, and not doing well. And obviously that's what they have, and they have really bad symptoms. And these people were saying, "Oh no, I don't have COVID, I'm just having lung issues." Like that doesn't exist. And it's like, that mentality that some people don't think that it is even something to worry about. That's why this shit is starting to spread again like wildfires. Because I even see where, like, I rode the subway today, which I don't that often, and by and large, like, people are wearing a mask. But there was one point coming back from the Bronx today that the train wasn't crowded, but, there was no one standing, but there was space in between seats. But I look over and there's this one woman sitting there and totally didn't have on a mask. And there was one other person in that same car, which, like, now in New York, you're supposed to get fined. So, like, why even take the chance? It's like, even if you don't think that you're going to get it, maybe you think you're that infallible that suddenly, you're immune to it, or maybe you don't believe in it, or whatever your reasoning is. It's, it's a simple thing. Wear a mask. Think of other people. Even if you aren't thinking of yourself, be considerate to other people and protect other people and yourself. But I think there's too large a percentage of people who, for whatever reason, don't believe that it even exists, or aren't taking it seriously, or maybe they're just, they're sick of it and they become complacent. And honey, we're all there. I mean, let's keep it real. It's not been a fun year, and shit, I live in a walk-up, and every day that I come home and I walk up these 3 damn flights of stairs, the days that I go out and I have my mask on, I'm like, oh, I can't wait to get home to take it off. But when I'm out this door, that bitch is on my face and it stays on, and I don't really think it's asking much. It's, saving your life and saving other people's lives. So I'm at the point now where, like, half the time I don't even want to watch the news because, it just seems like things are getting worse. And it's like, oh, we're back here again. And, of course you want to keep up with things, but the whole thing is just a little upsetting. Anyway, but I've always said the universe only throws you away what it knows you can handle, and this is what we are all supposed to be going through. And even if it's that we learn something from it or learn things about ourselves or each other, then, that's all good. I always try to look at the silver lining in all the clouds. I try to think of positive things that come out of every situation, because really, if you don't think that way, you're going to drive yourself nuts. So my wish is that everyone, just be careful and stay safe and healthy. And I know we can get through this. We just all have to work together and, wear a mask, wash your hands, do everything we're supposed to do, stay socially distanced, try not to be around each other too much. Because, already I know that I see where this is all going, and it's like, things are open, now there's I think 25% is allowed of indoor dining, but certain states have already scaled it back to 10%. And then if things keep getting worse, it's going to go back to everything shutting down. And it took 4 months for gyms to reopen. And even in New York City, schools as of today are back to 100% remote learning. So, we knew this was going to happen. So unfortunately, we're going back to where we started, so it seems. But you know what? We could shorten it if we all do what we have to do. So enough with the preaching. I just want everyone to be aware that we all have the power to do our part to make this go away sooner than later. So, alrighty. Thank you so much for always being here with me and for allowing me into your lives and for listening. So don't forget, subscribe, notifications, thumbs up. Most importantly, don't forget to stay as safe and healthy as possible and just be smart about things, and we will all get through this. We got this, guys. I have faith in all of us. Alrighty. Thank you so much for being here. I love you all and can't wait to see everyone in person. Bye.